March 2023, astrology. We've got a lot moving this month, and things are going to move a little quicker than they have been, which is a good thing. It's hard to believe it's March already. 2023 is moving on along. And we also have this month here and the beginning of April before we hit eclipse season. So it's a very important time for us to get clear on some things, for us to know what it is that we're rebirthing. We've got Venus and Jupiter still in Pisces together, very auspicious energy, the great guru and the great planet of relationship and heart, calling you to connect in deeply in relationship, but calling you to connect in beyond that with the one, with the beauty we all are. Mars is going to make a great shift this month into Gemini in Vedic Astrology, where it's going to speed things up. It's going to be later. It's been in Taurus for 6 months, and that is going to shift. Get ready. And we also have a very auspicious full moon, and we have some transits moving from Aquarius, that great humanitarian sign that have been there with Saturn, moving into Pisces. So a lot is moving from this Aquarius to Pisces energy, and then Pisces to Aries in the last couple of months and in the next month to come. Hi, I'm Prema Gurreri, and welcome to Chart Your Path. I am so glad that you're here. If you have not subscribed already, I so appreciate if you do. Like, share if this is all resonating for you. I am speaking about Vedic astrology, the sidereal zodiac, and if you do not know what your ascendant and moon are, I have a free chart calculator on my site. The link is down below in the description, and you'll get a beautiful guide that'll help you walk you through your chart as well. If you want to take the Sacred Wealth Code Archetype quiz, that's free as well, and get one of your Sacred Wealth Code archetypes. See how you're wired for purpose and prosperity. Consultations, everything else is down below. The month starts with Venus and Jupiter in Pisces together. Venus is exalted here. Jupiter owns this placement and has been in Pisces. Pisces are a place of spirituality, transformation. It's where the veil is thin. It is where we are connecting in from, into that oneness that we are, less personal, more impersonal. And with Venus there, it's a Mulavaya yoga. It's exalted. It's very creative. This is the great muse, the artist, the great connector. But it's not as much about that personal one-on-one connection, although that is relevant. It is a great time to go deep in relationships and to heal in relationships. But it is where we're sort of recognizing that non-personal love and beauty. And Jupiter being there, our great sage, brings in the spiritual wisdom, brings in our great vision and teaching as well. And so this is where we start the month in the Pisces energy. Now Jupiter's going to move in April 21st, right after we have an eclipse in April, and Jupiter will be moving into Aries. So it's been here for almost a year, and it's really ready to bring you the culmination of what Jupiter's been here for you, this deeper spiritual wisdom, a greater vision before it moves into Aries, where you're going to be called to rebirth. Birth something new around your vision. And Venus will be moving there as well. The full moon on March 7th in Leo in Purva Palguni. It's in the wee hours of the morning, and this is very, very auspicious placement. This is where Shiva's marital procession took place. It is the fruit of the tree. It is all about good fortune and prosperity, but we have to be open to that as well. The relationships can thrive here. It's wonderful for creative thinking, creative expression. I will bring you a full moon update, and I will also be having my full moon healing circle on March 6th in the evening, and this is a very powerful time. We'll be clearing and healing what's in our way, patterning, programming, beliefs, whatever's in our way to our worthiness and our value, so that we can receive all the goodness in the fruition of what this full moon has to bring for us and activate within us. The link is down below. Love to have you come join me for that. On March 11th, Venus as I've been talking about, it's been in Pisces, but it is then going to move into Aries. And in Aries, this is a pioneering placement. Aries is where we birth something new. It is the beginning of the zodiac, where Pisces is the end of the zodiac, where we're dissolving, and then we come in and we birth something new. So you will want to take action and birth something new based on your desires around connectivity and relationship. And you might be pretty fired up. This could be passion, and you might be, much more fired up. I should say, fired up in a different way than you were with Venus in Pisces. This is going to be, you're going to want to take action on things. So as this comes in, you're going to want to take action on your creativity. Of course, Venus is also our great artist and who you want to connect with. Let's just make sure that we're doing it from the heart. You see, the other thing that's going on in Aries is the Magician. Rahu is there. It's been there for the last almost year now. It'll be there through November of this year. And Rahu, the north node of the moon, the Magician, pumps up the energy of any planet that's with it. So Venus will be with it, so it's going to amplify that energy from connectivity, desire, relationship. And you just want to make sure you don't get hooked into any drama and complication. And so we need to move from the heart instead of sort of grasping at those very amplified desires that might be coming from outside of ourselves. So you want to tune into your heart as far as the connectivity, as far as Venus goes, and how you do want to connect, and make sure that your actions are coming truly from the heart. On March 12th, we've got this great transit of Mars moving out of Taurus. Finally, 6 months in Taurus, a very slow earthy sign for Mars and a little complacent for Mars, and moving into Gemini, which is airy and communicative and, has all to do with our ideas and creative and exchanging and communicating about our ideas. And the energy is much, much faster. So things will speed up as far as productivity goes, as far as getting something done, feeling like you're moving forward. And because Mars, we don't want to rely on Mars to be our thinking planet. And Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and which is very much a thinking planet. And Mars is very much the strategist in this placement, as well as the honorable warrior and the engineer, but very, very much the strategist. Strategy is great, but because Mars tends to want everything done yesterday, can be very impatient and opinionated, and then that can lead to arguing. So just be careful of that as Mars moves into this placement. It'll be there March 12th to May 10th before it moves into Cancer. So during this time, make sure you're incredibly disciplined. Physical discipline. I always say with Mars, and to my clients who are Martians, sweat, work out, do your martial arts, do your yoga, whatever it is that you get in your body. Mars likes to feel strong and productive in the body. Also find what you can move forward with. And whatever Mars represents in your chart, it can be geared towards that specifically. And of course, I'm talking more collectively here, but you want to move forward productively and don't just stay in your head about things. Move it from your soul down to the soles of your feet and get moving and be productive. And that's how to work with that energy. On March 14th, we'll have the Sun move into Pisces, which it'll be there till April 14th. For 1 month. Before then, as it moves into Aries, then we'll have a solar eclipse. Now, Sun has been with Saturn in Aquarius, and this is our humanitarian sign of serving the world. So the first half of the month, it's still with Saturn. In fact, Mercury is with it as well. This is where the great leader is really wanting to connect in with our community, giving us more confidence, on who we're here to serve, what we're here to serve, and the impact we're here to make. Look, we're all here to make a difference, and I don't mean to sound cliche at all. We are. We have a deeper sense of purpose when we know we are making a difference, we're making an impact, and we all have an impact to make. Based on, we all have something here to give, and your divine gifts, your Sacred Wealth Code, where purpose and prosperity meet, it gives you that exactly. What are you here to give, and what are you here to lead? And at this time, with Aquarius being so dominant, with Saturn there and all the planets moving through, this is to serve humanity. We all play a part in the paradigm shift that we're in. So we want to be able to stand up and lead our part. And this first half of the month is a very strong time for stepping into your leadership around that. Then as we move into the second half of the month, March 14th, and then our great leader, our great king, which is behind me here, is going to be again with our great sage, visionary, and teacher in Pisces, and this is going to be much more around sort of that spiritual leadership. What's the energy underneath what it is that we are here to serve, do, the impact. And before we move into Aries with the sun, then we're going to want to be able to put something into action. This is where in Pisces we're going to tune in and get to the underlying spiritual energy of what it is that we're taking a stand for. So you're going to want to tune in about that. Give yourself extra time on the meditation cushion, in nature, yoga. These in the shower. These things we do to relax and where the messages come through the other side. Mercury has also been in this placement in Aquarius for the first half of the month, and then it is moving into Pisces along with the sun. Now, Mercury is debilitated in this placement in Pisces. Now, that's not a bad thing. It just is what it is. It's elevated because Jupiter is there in Pisces at this time. But Mercury is our great communicator. It's our great ability to really evaluate things, to be analytical, to make decisions, to process things, and have good judgment. This is really, I see it as much more the messenger in this placement in Pisces. This is where we are thinking more out of the box, more creatively. This is where Albert Einstein had his Mercury, as well as Joseph Campbell. This is where we sort of let go of the analytics. We might feel a little bit confused or not totally clear, but if we allow that spaciousness within ourselves, this is where some new ideas can really come in. Very great for more global type thinking and creative thinking. So if you have any decisions that you have to make and you're just too foggy to make them, while we have Mercury there from the 14th to the 31st of March, and then see if you can defer those decisions till after the 31st when Mercury moves into Aries. You'll feel much more decisive at that time. Also, it's a great time to really study mysticism of any sort, spirituality. It's a great way to use this Mercury. Astrology. And if you would like to dive into like the transits of this year and study what that's all about, my Divinely Aligned class you can get, that's down below, and it's a 2-hour workshop that I did. There's a great meditation that goes with it, and you'll get the transits for the whole year. You'll learn about them, but you also learn about yours specifically, and there's some great resources that go with that. So in April, once Mercury moves there, it'll move into retrograde on the 21st. We'll have our solar eclipse on the 19th of April, and on the 20th of April, the day in between those two, we will have Jupiter moving into Aries. So lots of energy moving into Aries, and Rahu's in Aries. That great musician is in Aries. The great magician is in Aries, and which is going to expand things, sometimes complicate things, and can bring a little drama and complication. So as these planets move into Aries, we're going to want to watch that. It'll pump them up. It'll make them extra amplified, but it also can be very creative, but it also can be, it can bring in sort of some complication and drama. So use those energies creatively, but if you stay in your spiritual practice and you stay grounded, centered, you process your own things, you work on your own healing, and you stay as clear as possible, and then you'll be able to discern what's for you and what's not for you. At the end of the month, we've got March 21st, we have a new moon that is happening in Pisces, in Uttar Bhadrapada. Very, very auspicious placement here. This is, we're really so called to live on our right path. There's many blessings in this placement, and I'll bring you an update about that, but that will start the new cycle, and it'll be a Pisces cycle before we hit that eclipse. That'll be the Aries new moon. The solar eclipse will be the Aries new moon a month later. So that's going to this new moon will culminate that Pisces energy that we've been moving through here, including with Jupiter is about to move in Aries. So any questions, any ahas, put them down below for me. If you're wanting a consultation, all my readings the links are down below in the description. Love to do a one-on-one with you, as well as a healing session. I have my healing sessions. The full moon circle is the link is down below, and all my classes are there. So I appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate you being here and being part of the community, and sending you just so much love.